Yo, this is Ozzy from Ozzy Boys, and you're watching Reptiles Unplugged.
I'm John Feely of Feely's Clutch, and you are watching Reptiles Unplugged.
This is Will Rose from Royal Canadian Reptiles, and you're watching Reptiles Unplugged.
Guys, it's KB Reptiles.
Team Helga.
Team Beard.
And you're watching
Reptiles Unplugged.
It's Justin from Jacob Buck Reptiles, and you're watching Reptiles Unplugged.
Nick with Renowned Reptiles here, and you're watching Reptiles Unplugged.
It's your boy Harry Wayne from Royal Canvas Exotics, and you're tuning into Reptiles Unplugged.
You're Triple B, and you're watching Reptiles Unplugged.
What's up, everybody? So here we are, another Wednesday. Joel here from State 48, and my beautiful co-host, as always, my right, maybe viewer left, Adam. Dude, how you doing tonight, dude?
What's up, everybody? Doing good. Thanks, Joel. Rocking Rich McCall. I couldn't find
dude.
Nick's shirt earlier, so
I'm a mixed match between like the biggest dude and the littlest dude in the hobby right now. So
sorry, Nick.
that's kind of how I'm going.
I've lost your shirt. I think it's at the bottom of the laundry right
Dude.
now. So
Yeah.
I had to put on another, NorCal boy up there. So
Fair enough. Yeah. So without further ado, Nick, dude, how we doing tonight, man?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, I like it. Dude, thanks for taking the time out. I know you're busy. A lot of stuff going on, as with most people on here, dude. Obviously, snakes isn't your full-time gig, so thanks for taking the time, man.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate it. I always make time for Wednesday nights.
Yeah, dude, Wednesday Friends Day.
Absolutely.
even though that sounded like a paid advertisement, we did not pay Nick. We were for that.
6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be there.
Be there.
You're watching Reptiles Unplugged.
Cheers to that, boys.
Sign for Rick Reddit.
We do need to do
And
a
the
new
fast
intro.
talking small print, yeah.
Dude, we do need a new intro. What's going on? I got All Time in here, 1776, Elite. What's going on, everybody? Glad to have you.
Nice.
Ectothermic's in here. Man, everybody's showing up. Dorian,
Good.
how we doing? And
It's all the locals.
Yeah, the OGs. We have the
OGs, heck yeah.
Small Towns in
Dorian.
here. He's already been banned. So we got, dude, we're right where we need to be. We got this thing rolling right now.
Par for the course.
Yeah.
Teed up, ready to go.
Teed up, dude. Teed up. Absolutely, man.
That's awesome.
So not exactly your first time on here, but kind of your first time on here. We had you on when we were doing like the hybrid, when it was on Adam's channel and my channel. You were actually in Phoenix, and you just happened to join us one night. But now we officially have you on, man. So you want to take any time, maybe like introduce yourself, talk about maybe what you have going on over there, kind of get heated up real quick.
Yeah. So nice to be joining you remotely this time. I feel like it works better for the feed. It wasn't size proportioned. I was actually sitting behind you, Joel, so it made us look equal in height. That is not the case.
It's weird.
Yeah, I'm much wider than Joel is, so I apologize, Joel, for making you look like that.
It's all right. I bounce back.
Yeah, so my name's Nick Scholl. I'm out of Sacramento, California. I specialize in breeding ball pythons. And I do some other little side things. We have some geckos and northern blue-tongued skinks. And just doing what I love and loving what I do with the snakes. And I hurry up and get off work so I can come home and clean, because that's fun. Yeah.
That's fun. And I think people may know you another way, right? They see you in chat all the time. Your second nickname, the Wrench, I think.
All in good fun, guys. What's the point of having it if you can't use it? You got to make sure it works sometimes, right?
Yeah.
If you don't use it, you lose it. I thought that was the rules. I signed the contract and everything.
It is an official rule.
I'm sorry for following the rules.
Yeah,
Shoot me.
Yeah. John's asking who's gonna lay the wrench down tonight. So
There's other wrenches. There's other wrenches that could show up.
Other wrenches. I like it, dude. Yeah.
No, I'm happy to be here. I feel like the chat is being interviewed by you guys tonight. Just because.
Dude, yeah.
I'm one of them.
From the chat, man. We're having a chat from the chat tonight. From the chat with the chat to chat about it. You know what I'm saying?
Dreams do come true.
For some, not for everyone.
Not for everybody.
think Robert, is he on yet? No.
Robert's not on yet.
That's who it was. I was trying to remember. I was like, somebody was like super upset it wasn't them, and I couldn't remember who it was.
Robert, yeah.
Maybe
next
that's
week.
what's really, it is fun with this, the regulars that we have that show up every week. We've established a really good group, and it's a lot of fun, man. And that's why I'm stoked to have you on again, Nick, kind of in this capacity of just a not formal chat about stuff going on. So
yeah, dude, there's always something to talk about with snakes. I'll tell you, man. I spend a lot of time. I spend most of my day talking snake in some form or fashion. I feel like so.
Yeah, I get the calls from Joel like, hey, I just saw this on YouTube, or I just saw this on Morph Market, or
Right.
I was just reading the forums on Morph Market. I'm like, there's forums? Who has time to do that? And Joel's like, so I reply with my synopsis, and here's how I feel. I'm like, wow, there's a lot out there that I'm missing.
Yeah,
Joel's
dude, yeah.
scooping it
The
up.
forums on Morph Market, dude, they're pretty cool. I like that they're kind of trying to bring that back, like we've talked about that in the past, especially like Adam. I know you were on the forums a lot and back in the day, Bush League breeders, stuff like that. That's a cool resource actually to have that forum, so you can just like, hey, ball python's doing this, and then boom, you have a whole category, it's listed, you got people talking about it, you kind of go through and learn. So I think that's cool that Morph Market's bringing that like forum feel back. But
the thing that worries me is you could have a good picture, and a screen name and be feeding information to somebody. And just because I tell my son this all the time, just because you saw it on TV or on the internet doesn't make it true.
Wait, what? Wait, I've read so many things on the internet. Not all of them are true, Nick. You son of a.
Sorry.
This is gonna be a weird night. Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be one of those nights where you're dropping bombs.
Peeling back layers right now with Adam.
dude, yeah. Yeah.
Totally joking. No, but that is a good point, right? Just because somebody posts something or you read it on the internet or whatever, or hear it over the phone, it's not always the right thing. So take that with a grain of salt. Yeah,
especially what you hear tonight. Actually, take everything you hear tonight with a grain of salt. Maybe many grains of salt.
Many grains of salt. Lots of salt.
It's going to be hard for people to pick between the sarcasm and an actual statement. Like,
absolutely, dude. That's right where you want to be, though. I found that's my sweet spot, where nobody knows if I'm
tiptoe the line.
Yeah. But switching gears really quick, dude, you've had a pretty cool season, man. You've already hatched out some pretty cool stuff. Meanwhile, people like me are out there just, at least I have eggs, but we're still waiting. But dude, you want to talk about maybe your season so far and everything that's been going on there? I know we have some hitters that you're starting to hatch out, and then in the future too.
Yeah, it had to have been something. It was only up from last season, so. I had a few clutches like super early this year that technically maybe could have qualified as last year's clutches. But I tried to wipe last year under the rug as quickly as possible and move on and just put all the blessings into 2020. And I know not a lot of good things are out there happening in the world right now. I feel kind of horrible saying this, but as far as reptiles go, for me right now, it's fantastic. And I'm just super excited every day because I'm just so in anticipation of what's coming and things that have already happened just keep getting cooler every time they shed, and so I kicked off the year hatching out all those GHI pinstripe clowns.
Right.
I hatched out 3 of them in total. One went to Miguel.
It's crazy though that you hatched out 3. It was just unfortunate
2
that
clutches.
they were all males.
Correct. 2 clutches, 3 of them. Yeah. Most of the clutch was male. Because I got GHI clowns, I got all kinds of cool stuff, male, right?
Love that.
And that was 2019 in a nutshell for me, and I got a lot of slugs in 2019, and I just had issues, and so 2020 it could only go up, and if the rest of the year goes even a half of what the beginning has gone as, I'm completely okay with that.
Right.
Did you change anything?
I lowered the heat a little bit.
Hot spot or ambient?
I wasn't even that hot. Nothing that would be considered crazy. Like I'm still way under what Freedom Breeder's doing, for example,
But I mean, you lowered your belly heat spot
Yeah,
or the ambient?
I lowered the belly heat, and I think I actually raised the ambient a little bit.
Okay.
So it stays 82 degrees in my snake room all the time, and I try to keep it as close to 88 on the hot spot. If it goes a little bit under than that, it's fine.
Okay.
I just don't think that they need to be running at high heat all the time, especially as burrowing animals.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's not, even in Africa, in a burrow, the temperature is significantly lower. And
Right.
I understand that. So I just think there should be a bigger gradient, I guess. So between 90 and 80 degrees, it seems to be perfect, where it's like basically Southern California Adams weather year round for the animals, and they're just on vacation mode, living the dream. So
I like it.
eating has been great this year. I feel like compared to last year, it's been super consistent. But I hit all that super blackhead stuff, and Ozzy ended up picking up one of those. And I have another one over here that I actually brought. It's sold already. It's just not shipped yet because the weather in Sacramento isn't lining up with his every other week home travel schedule. It's 100 every week he's home, so I'm not shipping it.
So hot. Yeah, 107 here right now.
Yeah.
It's dude, it's that time of year. It's weird. We have these like windows to actually ship in.
Yep. Next Monday and Tuesday for me. If you want anything from Renowned Reptiles for the next month or two,
Right.
Next Monday, Tuesday, for some reason, is a high of 85 degrees, and I'm shipping out like 4 or 5 animals.
Right.
On those 2
Right.
days that I've been holding.
Right.
Dude.
Dude.
Safety first.
Yeah, safety
Yeah,
first,
exactly
man.
it.
And heat
Safety
kills.
first.
Heat kills quick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I actually, I have one of the super blackhead that I sold. If you want me to grab it.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
bring that thing
let's
out
see
real
it.
quick. We might as
All
well
right,
start
I
it with a bang,
apologize
right?
if you guys hear a groan or something. I threw out my back yesterday, and it hurts really bad to bend over.
Don't listen to him. He's just making excuses.
So, this is a super blackhead. Believe pastel, possible yellow belly, 50% head exanthic.
Dude.
Dang.
Dude, yeah.
And I hatched out 3 super blackheads as well, all male.
All male, right.
Ozzy bought one. This is the other one that sold, and then I can show you the other one from that clutch. That's my
Dude.
holdback that I think just has so many genes in it.
Blackhead's
I don't even
wicked,
know.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sold. From the first clutch, it's over. Like
Right,
I'm pumping
right.
blackhead is hard.
Right.
I was already kind of dark busy stuff, but this is
This is where it's at, dude.
crazy.
That's
It's crazy.
that's
There's
a
just
cool.
so much variability that these animals throw, and I've heard about the red gene and the ringer gene, and I haven't really seen those by themselves, so I'm not 100% sold on that. Joel and I kind of talk about like phenotypes,
Yeah.
where you're line breeding and you find one
Yeah,
pops out
maybe
that's
it's just a
prettier,
really
and so
pretty-
you hold that back and you keep breeding it, and more reds pop out, and
Right.
that's the case. But I'll show you. Let me see where he is. No. There you go.
Dude, yeah, blackhead's cool. I like how the supers get that like thick back stripe too, down there.
So let me tell you what the pairing is before I show you this one. So the pairing was a blackhead Mojave yellow belly to a blackhead pastel pinstripe het exanthic.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think that this is a super blackhead Mojave lemon blast,
Yeah, okay.
50% het exanthic.
Yeah, so that thing's just a stacked gene. That's
Dang.
crazy.
So the blackhead neck stripe that you just saw on the last animal.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's an interesting consistency too with how many
Look at the
genes
top.
that has.
And there's like a freckle.
Yeah. Dude, that's wild.
That is super cool.
Yeah, so I don't know that it is all those genes,
Right.
but I'm holding it back, so I'm gonna call it what I want to until I bring it out. figure
Right,
it out.
absolutely. I have a couple of those myself.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that thing is so orange too, a kind of rusty color.
Yeah, and it's actually getting nicer as it sheds and gets older. It's getting more yellow, more orange, where it was really like dark and coppery and
Right.
more red.
More red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Interesting.
sunset.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was reminding me a lot of a sunset.
So a
Like,
not so poor man's sunset.
Right.
It's another route.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, dude, whatever, man. Whatever gets there, right? Who cares?
Yeah.
It's like sweet. And the gene, dude, you'll never get a normal, obviously, you know? Like you'll
Right.
never get a normal. And that has merit in itself, you know?
Like if you could breed, like just strategically thinking here, if I wanted to breed that into any recessives, right? It already is 50% het exanthic, whatever.
Right.
Kick that can down the road.
Yeah.
I like the colors that are in there. So if I just want to throw it to a pied or a desert ghost, a visual female or a clown, at minimum, I'm hatching out blackheads het for that recessive,
right.
Right.
which blackheads het for any recessive right now hold great value because they're awesome. Blackhead pieds
Yeah.
are awesome. Blackhead clowns are awesome.
Oh my
I
gosh,
haven't seen
blackhead
a blackhead
pieds.
desert ghost. Have you guys?
I have not.
Blackhead
I think
Desert Ghost.
I haven't seen it.
I'm not.
Maybe
I
only
don't-
hets. I don't think I've seen a visual.
Yeah, I don't know
myself.
if they've been made or not, but I have
Yeah.
not seen it.
Right. So even though I don't know all the genes that are in that snake, and maybe I don't want the pastel or I don't want the pinstripe or whatever,
Right.
I'm still selling things where I know what they are, so I
Mhm.
can
Mhm.
sell it to the customer like that, and then I hold it back and at minimum produce blackheads for the world. So
Dude, right. Yeah.
it's awesome, win-win for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's how I kicked off the season.
We
So,
had
yes,
we had
2020
a
has been
question.
great so far.
We had a question jump in on what you think you were going to breed that to, by Elite Exotics.
Recessives. Start
Yeah.
pumping them back. I'm already doing that with the mom from
Uh-huh.
that for this season. She'll go at the end of this season, but she was the blackhead lemon blast head exanthic, and I put her to a clown pied.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Blackhead clown pieds. That's going to be
Yeah.
great.
Doesn't
That's gonna
suck.
be great. No.
That's for sure.
Doesn't
You know,
suck.
and it's crazy. Blackhead's been out for quite a while, but it
Yeah.
just seems like within the last 5 years, it's really been worked heavy into some of the newer genes too. It's cool. I like it. It's
So think about that. There's other genes that are like that right now. There's
Yeah.
other blackheads 5 years ago, right now.
Right. Right.
There's more
So-
stuff that's going to blow our minds.
So Will, Royal Canadian, said what's up earlier, and he
Who's that?
Will.
Will Morris.
Yeah,
Huh,
Morris.
I'm not familiar.
He's from up north. Northern Brethren.
Will's my guy. Will's my guy.
Good one, dude. No, but, so he threw his deal like sleeper gene, and that kind of goes along with what we're saying. What's something maybe, if you don't mind sharing, that you've got your eye on that you don't think a lot of people do right now, other than blackhead?
That other people don't. I think there's so many people dipping in everything. Like everyone's
Well,
got their little niche right now. But
Yeah, but it's like where you're not seeing a big shift of everybody running out saying, "Got to get one of those," something that's maybe
Yeah.
not being. Yeah.
What do you think tomorrow's red stripe is?
Yeah.
what's tomorrow's red stripe? That's a fun way to reword your sleeper gene question.
Yeah.
I still like het red exanthic. Now the more that I've played with it, I haven't found that thing that's blown my mind. It needs to be in the full red exanthic form to really be impressive,
Yeah.
in my opinion. The het red exanthic mixed into some recessives doesn't look terribly different, but we haven't seen it deeper into combos yet. Like the red stripe clown doesn't look significantly different, but it does crazy things when
Right,
mixed in,
right.
So for me, I really like tri-stripe. I still feel like people have given up on that. Like I've been saying even in the chat for like the last month that when that leopard tri-stripe came out, that changed the game. Like
Yeah. Dude, there was the clown too.
That meant that you could change the pattern now, because that's what everyone said. All you can do is change the color. What are you going to do? Put albino to it, put a banana to it, and then you're done.
Right.
Well, somebody put a leopard tri-stripe out, and it totally looks different than you thought it would, and now,
yeah.
doors open. You don't
Yeah.
have any females. Time to play catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't dip in everything. You got to have a drive and a focus. So
Yeah. And you
Alright,
have
so
you are
tri-stripe.
working some tri-stripe stuff, are you not?
a little bit. I
Yeah.
don't have a ton of stuff, but yeah, I definitely like trying to build some base, like DG tri-stripe stuff, some double
Yeah.
heads or whatever
Heading in
else.
that direction. Right.
Just to keep them in your back pocket. It doesn't suck to have double het females, growing up
Dude.
in your racks as you figure
Yeah.
things out.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, tri-stripe, man. I think it's pretty cool. Have you looked at the D-stripe much at all?
I did. I think it's, again, kind of one of those phenotype things where it's just a little bit different. Are they compatible? I don't know.
According to the dude, not M. Regius on
Yeah, yeah.
Instagram, he posts a lot of stuff with the D-stripe. Him and I were talking, and he says not compatible, but he'll have additional clutches, I think, coming out this year.
Yeah, obviously, if I like tri-stripe, I like that too. It's cool. It's a little, variation of that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, they look lots, similar type
Right.
of deal. I don't think, from what I've seen, it's not like I see more potential in one or the next. I just think that D-stripe, I've seen some more combos because he's worked it pretty heavy over there.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, done a lot.
Done some cool stuff. Yeah.
I really like, obviously, this is not getting slept on because it's new, but obviously Stranger is freaking fantastic. And Jason
Dude,
Amos,
yeah.
one of our California guys here, is killing it. He just posted that picture of the GHI to
Yeah,
Leopard
what was it? The
Stranger.
leopard-
the pastel
leopard GHI
Leopard
pastel.
Stranger or something. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, that thing was wicked.
Stupid.
Yeah.
But I think sleeper gene right now is Zuwati.
Yeah, okay.
Which
There you
one?
go.
Zuwati.
Oh, Zuwati. Yeah.
I really like it. Zuwati yellow belly is a crazy snake, and it just looks super cool. And for me, how I start getting excited about genes is not really in their base form. It's when you see a 2-gener. I don't know why, but 2-gene snakes make me like
Yes.
my imagination run wild
Yeah.
all of a sudden. Where I just start
Yeah.
getting ideas and okay, I got a plan now, and then I write it down, and it becomes, an actual thing that's going to happen, and just go
Right.
through the stages. And I really like Zuwati, and then I just got a great opportunity from Matt Byram. I donated to the U.S. Arc auction, and he took care of me. We're well over what I paid at the U.S. Arc auction. But that's what
Yeah,
happens
for a
when you
gift
give
card
back
or
to
something?
the community. The community gives back to you. So I ended up with a Zuwati OD vanilla female.
Right.
That snake's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
When you look at her, it's almost like the camera won't focus.
Right.
Like it's hard. She's
Yeah,
it's
and
got
that's one of
vanilla,
those
too.
genes that haven't, there's so much to do still.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Zuwati clown. I've never seen any Zuwati recessives. Seen some Kodam combos that are pretty dang cool. So,
Yeah.
dude, there's 20 years, 30 years left of just Zuwati, So that's
Morph
going to be
mechanics
good.
said Zuwati needs to be put to Arroyo to see if they're allelic. Huh, interesting idea.
Okay.
yeah.
I haven't looked at it like that.
Yeah.
But that's true.
I've seen the
Possibly.
Rios. The Rios are pretty
Right.
cool, the supers.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
this is
Freedom
right
Breeder
there.
has a group of those.
Yeah. That's I just saw it the other day on Morph Market. One of their Rios they had for sale, female. Looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice sometimes I go pick up all my cocoa blocks in my racks because Freedom Breeder's 2 hours from me.
Right.
And it's fun to walk the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
And they let
See
you
what
in
they
that
have.
place?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, Freedom Breeder was the one taking me to my first Tinley shows to help set up and tear down racks, and they'd buy me dinner, and we'd go out with Lindy, and he'd just talk about the old days, and
Right.
we would just sit there and soak it all in, like it'd be Lindy and Bissett and Steve Rusis and all those guys just talking
Yep.
about the reptile industry and the game, and just layers and levels that I haven't even fathomed, or
Dude.
just getting a history lesson like that on something you care about this much,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel very honored or humbled, to have those experiences. And I actually met Miguel at a Tinley, I think, 3-4 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and took him, and we went over and talked to Freedom Breeder, and then he went out to dinner to the big Freedom Breeder with all of us at the Tin Fish.
Yeah.
And then from there, the rest is history.
Right. And there you have it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I feel very fortunate to live in California where I do. There's a lot of people doing some awesome stuff within 2 hours of me. Adam's a lot farther than that, and I'm sure he's doing some awesome stuff too, but I'm not driving 10 hours to go see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Seriously, man. My parents live up by you, and I hardly see them ever. Like maybe once, twice every couple years.
Yeah.
No, it's been
Dude,
bad.
it's far. That's a journey, man. It's crazy you're in the same state. You know?
Yeah. And people ask, like, when I at work and stuff, when they hear there's other California reps, they're like, "Oh, so do you hang out with that person all the time?" I'm like, no, they're 10 hours away from me. Like, California's the whole West Coast. I would have traveled through like 12 states by the time.
Yeah.
We don't
Dude,
realize
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. I can't wait for the shows though. Then we all get to meet up. What's the
Oh,
next
God.
show you're going to? You think?
I'm going to try to go to Arlington. So the Sacramento show and the Arlington show this year were the same weekend. The Sacramento show was canceled because of strict, Sacramento's the governor's here, so it's really strict here. And the event wouldn't be profitable for anybody to hold it because of the restrictions, and so the vendor canceled it and plans on doing 2 shows in 2021, which I think you should do anyways. So that's awesome. So Arlington is in September. I am going to make it a point to be there. I knew I couldn't go to October Tinley this year because a good friend of mine's getting married and can't miss that one. I knew it was really inconsiderate of him to get married on the weekend of Tinley, and he didn't run that by me.
I don't know what he was thinking.
So rude. So
Yeah.
so I'm going to be there. I got to do that. There'll be another Tinley.
There will be another Tinley.
Hopefully there won't be another wedding.
Hopefully there's this Tinley,
Right?
Yeah, I think I heard it announced that it was on. So
And the Missouri one, right? He's doing one in Missouri.
I think so. Yeah, I don't want to misspeak because I haven't been checking up completely. It's just been passing on, like talking with somebody, and they're like, "Hey, you going right? It's back on." But yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to go to the Arlington show. Never done that. Was a bucket list for last year. Just didn't work out. So
I've never been either.
dude, I think it looks fun, man. Looks like a good
Let's
time.
go.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm in for
Let's
sure.
go.
And yeah, I definitely want to say what's up to the Texas crowd, Breezy, JT. That brings up
Byram.
Yeah.
JT's Fire too, guys. Don't forget that charity is still running on Facebook.
Auction's going right now.
Yep.
Yep.
So raising
You
a good
can
amount. Of money.
donate. You can donate whatever you want. You
Mhm.
can just send them some money on their Venmo or what is it?
PayPal.
GoFundMe or PayPal.
Yep.
Like $20. You can donate your T-shirt. You can send in stickers to I think James Durling for a thing that will be auctioned off. There's so many ways you guys can help out.
Yep.
So please just take 5 minutes out of your day to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if somebody needs the link on Facebook, hit me up on Instagram, and I'll pass that over. So,
Hell yeah.
but
yeah.
I want to get out there to one of the Texas shows, say what's up to everybody. So after
Texas
seeing
shows get wild. There's bull riding. We missed bull riding.
after seeing
Thank
that on
God we
Miguel,
missed that show. Thank God.
Yeah, dude. I have zero
slow-motion
interest in
pictures
that.
of Miguel, like the ones that he posted as he was almost like folding in half.
Oh,
of the
Barrows
clip.
almost got stepped on.
Seriously, dude,
He
that was
almost got
crazy.
stepped on.
Super crazy. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild, man. Yeah, bulls, man. There's no need for that. There's plenty
great.
other things you can ride that don't throw you on the ground,
Oh, but for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely doing Arlington and then Tinley October.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Tinley
Yeah.
October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam and I had plans to bunk up, maybe
bunk
even
up,
share
yeah.
a bed.
Whoa.
It was going to be, something monumental for our friendship,
Yeah.
and COVID canceled it. So I feel like our friendship has stalled because of it.
Yeah. I think you're onto something there. Yeah, who knows what your guys' relationship would have been if COVID never came.
Next level.
I was like, bro, it's cool. Just order extra pillows and we make a barrier. Like, don't cross the barrier, man.
Just don't cross the barrier. But speaking of shows, you've vended a couple shows, right?
Oh yeah, all my local ones.
Right. So you want to talk about maybe experience of that? How I've never done that. It seems
I
like
love
it's
it.
a ton of work, though.
No,
No, is it good? Like it's you get to
If
basically
you're-
interact.
if you're able to make a checklist,
Uh-huh.
and okay, so I'm OCD, so I make checklists and then check them off.
Right.
So I always feel confident that I have everything.
Okay.
And then I build things on my checklist every show. Like, oh, I wish I would have had that. Maybe no to
Right.
get a 100-foot extension cord in case power's on the other side of the building, not at 25.
Right.
You know, just like random things like bring your own hand sanitizer and, you know, just receipt books and
Yeah.
just random, bring over amounts of paper towels.
Yeah, you're gonna need an abundance.
Just you're going to poop the entire time.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Extension cord.
it's not that hard. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love
Right.
talking to people about it face to face, and they don't look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
I like to not read people, but I'm always surprised by who's coming up and ready to drop some money on a snake.
Right.
I'm always
right.
surprised. You never know. And
Yeah.
it's amazing. This one person didn't get Louboutin red bottom shoes and got a GHI albino and another snake from me instead.
No way. Right.
Just on a whim at the Sacramento Reptile Show.
Yeah.
That was the compromise between the two people involved. And
Yeah.
He was going to get her those.
shoes.
He was going to get her those, and she switched and decided to get pets.
That's awesome.
And like that's all. I love that. Like so,
Yeah.
ball pythons are for everybody. They're
Yeah.
beautiful.
They
You know,
are. They are.
and they're relatively hardy and simple to care for. So it just gives people the itch. And I think it's the same thing with zoos. You know, that's why we have zoos, because if people didn't know a red panda existed, they wouldn't give a damn if it was endangered.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and so if people have an appreciation for the beauty of a snake, they may be walk around the snake that they used to kill.
Yeah.
Or-
Absolutely.
There's just little things like that that I think are super important. You know, what is that? The butterfly effect?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that what
Yeah.
it-
The
just
flapping
like
of a
little
butterfly can cause a hurricane.
It's just something little, like how many you can change somebody's mind. Stuff, you know, just I don't know.
Yeah.
I love shows 'cause I love talking to people. And they don't look at you like you're retarded. So
Right. Yeah.
At the end
It's
of
a
the day,
cool
that's it.
place. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
cool place to meet new people, and you never know who you're going to meet either. So it's
And
wild.
I actually enjoy people. So I think that's
Right.
why
He's
if
lying.
for the
He's lying.
I enjoy people that trim their beard. So if
Shots fired.
I actually
I did
enjoy
trim
talking to
beard.
people. I enjoy different personalities, you know, and I have an appreciation for even grumpy old people. I love old people. I
Right.
think they're hilarious because they just don't care what you
Two
think,
shots.
you know.
Two
Um,
shots. Yeah, is it the same? Dude, Nick's not going to have a wrench after this.
Right. Yeah. So, and it's just I love seeing people catch the same like bug or the same like passion or light bulb goes
Yeah,
off.
you get to see the moment where it's just like, oh, yeah.
That's awesome. And then they send me pictures later of like the snake doing super well and like healthy, and that they got another one, and that they can't wait to see me at the next show, and they're bringing
Right.
2 friends this time, you know. And it doesn't take that much to talk to people and be nice, and
Right. I agree,
yeah,
man.
it changes people's day. You know, you never know.
Yeah. And the kids too, it's crazy seeing all their facial like expressions when they're getting to hold something for the first time or something I've been reading about. Yeah, the shows are fun. The interaction is fun.
Yeah. And then Joel, what's that? The litmus test? Is that what you always say?
Litmus test. Yeah, that's what
Litmus
JD told
test.
us. Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah.
Kids will point out a pretty snake.
For
Yes,
sure.
they will. Because they
Yeah.
don't care. They don't care what their genes are. They don't care anything.
And they're quick to make a decision.
Yeah.
So they're not
yeah.
like thinking about all these, oh, this one kind of has a weird eye, I'll pick that one. They're like, boom, colors, lines, pattern, boom, like that one.
Yeah.
Okay?
Dude, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. Now you need a kid. You need to hire a kid to come with you to Tinley.
He works with me all the time now. He breeds leopard geckos, so he makes his
Right.
own money at the reptile show, and he has more of a want to go. So
Yeah,
I
there you
need
go.
somebody there so I can go look at reptiles.
Yeah,
Right.
and dude.
That's the thing too. Yeah, you need a partner for sure. Yeah.
And it's cool having a father-son team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is neat, man. That is cool that he got into it too, and he's been breeding the leopard geckos and stuff. Leopard geckos are really cool. That's a underrated morph.
The Black Knight stuff.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah,
dude, the
leopard
Black
geckos are
Knight
so
stuff is
cool.
really cool. Yeah.
So cool, dude. They're friendly, personable. They make noises. Like,
Oh yeah, the
they're
little
so
tiny
rad.
babies growl at you and like run at. I open the tub and this thing's like not even an inch and a half long, and it bolts for my finger and yelling the whole time. It's awesome. I'm laughing hysterically. My son jumps back, like terrified. And that makes me laugh even harder. Like, it's just a win-win. I love it.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely, man. I like it, dude. That's funny. They're cool critters, dude. They're really cool. I've had one forever, obviously, but yeah, I really like them. Snickle Fritz, dude. Snickle Fritz. The leopard. I've had her for like 10 years, roughly, somewhere in there, approximately.
Yeah. Have you ever bred her?
Yeah, one time, dude. She gave us eggs. They never hatched. That was the end of it.
The first one doesn't hatch usually.
Yeah.
The first eggs ever.
The other thing too is I'll attribute my incubation method at the time was no method. So that was
top of
probably
the refrigerator.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just like I don't even know what I was doing. So there's that. So I never really gave her a chance, but she does lay eggs, so I know that.
Yeah, because they'll spit them out not fertile too, right? Like,
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, slugs just like ball pythons, right?
My lychee lays twice a year, and they've never seen a male.
Interesting.
Really?
She's obviously ready.
Yeah, definitely.
But she is ready to kill me, so I'm scared to put something alive in there.
It's not a target.
Oh, my girlfriend would be in the kitchen going, "What is that?" Because it sounds like something screaming at me. It's the lychee. I'm just trying to give it food. It's screaming.
Right.
Growling.
Might need a release, man. Maybe not.
Yeah, that's
chill her out.
Yeah.
She would be the praying mantis of lychees.
Just to eat the male.
Finish him.
Yeah. Right.
Lychees are cool. I like.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one of those. They're
awesome.
Too.
They feel cool. You know how geckos like cresties and stuff like that have sticky hands. You know, they stick to you and they can like run up your arm, but you don't really feel it. With a lychee, you feel it.
Right.
You feel those hairs going in between your cells, which allows them to walk straight up like windows in between the micro. You feel that on a lychee.
Yeah, because they have a bigger paw.
Right. There's a lot more of them.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, 21st Century is just saying they're going to have 50 leopard gecko clutches this year. That's cool. That's wild.
Wow.
Right on, man. That's
cool.
I
think, not clutches, but I think we've had 12 to 15 hatch so far, and I think there's another 10, 15 in the incubator right now.
Right.
But he's doing good for his first season. He takes care of all the rodents, and he takes care of all the geckos. And in payment for the rodents, I pay for all his gecko food and buy him random geckos whenever he decides he wants one.
Right.
Right on. That's cool.
So it's a win-win. I don't have to touch rats besides feeding day.
Right.
Yep.
And he gets me funding his business where he got his first payday the other day where he sold 4 leopard geckos to the pet store. Wholesale.
Nice, dude.
So he was pretty happy. That was another little where you see the light kind of go off where he's like,
And he's like, I see how this works now.
I get to play with those things. I got to clean some poop every once in a while, but then I get paid.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Will wanted to know if you had any luck breeding the Abronia.
No, actually, bad news. My Abronia passed away randomly.
Dude.
It happens.
He wasn't eating for like a week, and then he kind of had a weird poop, and so I put him outside one day. It was like 70 degrees outside, and I put him out to get some like natural sunlight, and warm him up, and brought him back in, and he was kind of like running around the cage looking a little better, and I was like, sweet, maybe I'll do it again tomorrow, get him some more vitamin D. I still had the correct bulbs and everything on there, and there were still vitamins and all his worms, and then I came in the next morning and he was dead.
That's wild, man. Yeah, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, I was planning on getting more. Like I was gung ho on Abronia. Like they were dope. I was into it, and that really stalled me because I need to go back, and I feel like I blame myself first. Obviously, it could have had a parasite, or could have been older than I thought he was, or who knows what happened. But I need to go back and look at my husbandry and make sure I dial it in before I start getting any more.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Nick.
learning lesson.
Yeah. Will just
Well,
said, well, he feels terrible for asking that question.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it up, man. It's
Yeah, cool. We were trying to avoid that topic literally all night. It was the one thing Nick said he doesn't want to talk about tonight, and you just brought it up. So,
man.
great.
Oh God. The other, so
Totally
yesterday
wasn't
morning.
listening. Sorry. Go ahead.
So yesterday morning, I threw my back out, and so I'm like trying to find somewhere to sit and be comfortable and have my cup of coffee first thing in the morning after like collapsing, trying to get out of bed. Don't know like how it happened.
Right.
And I'm sitting trying to watch a YouTube video, and Brian Barczyk posted his, and so I'm like, cool, he got the croc monitor, sick. So I look. I didn't realize what I was headed for. So now I'm having back spasms. I'm tearing up. I haven't even had my first cup of coffee yet.
Right.
Like, just
Yeah.
a mess.
Yeah.
It was like
dude.
it was like 6:30 in the morning. I was not.
There you are.
Jesus,
Getting
man,
old, man. Getting old.
for real.
Dude, yeah. Getting
For
old's
real.
hard, man. Yeah.
Back issues.
I've never
No good.
had back problems and been in my feels at the same time.
Well, bucket list, dude. Keep checking those boxes. Right?
Not
You're
a bucket list. That
checklist
was an
kinda guy.
avoided list, and I checked it off.
Dude.
We won't bring up how this really happened. That was in the pre-show, but so, sure. Getting out of bed, he says, hurt his back.
Hey, it ain't easy, bro. You gotta limber up, man. Stretching is key. All right.
You know,
At least
I almost said something. You can't leave me like that. I almost said something that was inappropriate. I stuck it back in.
Hey, dude, I like it. Good for you. Another
You
box.
teed
Check
that up,
another
Joel.
box, dude.
I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Got Harrison's shirt on, so he's feeling mischievous tonight.
Mr.
Yeah,
Gundy
we
in
got
the house.
we got Brian Gundy here, man. Yeah, thanks for
Oh
jumping
yeah,
in.
Brian's my guy. Brian, hey, that's another one. Like, if you want to talk about like ball pythons and like really deep layers of ball pythons that doesn't get talked about normally, like I'm talking about like deep into like husbandry and like and
Dude,
different
yeah.
line breedings and like the science of it. Spend some time talking to Brian Gundy.
Yeah,
Right.
dude. I remember seeing
He
him
knows
at
reptiles.
Tinley, and I swear to you, he was like letting this retic know that everything was going to be all right. And I swear the retic was listening. Like, it was just
Right.
like, I was like, Jesus, dude, like, that's crazy. He's so
I
intuitive to these animals.
I talked to him for like 4 reptile shows in a row, like deep conversations. By the 4th one, he remembered my first name, and that was really special. I felt like I had made it at that point.
Yeah.
Brian Gundy remembered my name.
Dude, you did make it, okay? That's the thing.
Totally. I remember that, Joel, when we were coming up. 'Cause
Yeah.
You and I think we're walking
We were
together.
standing there together. We're just
Yeah.
like, holy cow! I swear he's like he's like communicating. To
He was
this
doing the
animal.
Crocodile Dundee, like...
Yeah.
And that wasn't even his animal.
It
No,
wasn't.
that was
yeah,
Garrett-
it
that
wasn't.
was,
It was Garrett
Garrett
Arnold's.
Arnold's
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah. Dude, it was crazy.
Oh, MJ in the house. What up,
MJ, what's going on, man?
But, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It would be good to get Gundy in here for sure.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be cool.
Hey, anyone who has their own line of animal, you should have,
Yeah, you should get him on there.
If you've
right.
heard of Gold Blush Mojave, we
Dude.
talk about line breeding and phenotype.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what a
sure.
cool experiment that is right there. Just
And I think
beautiful.
that's the second. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
No, you're good, dude.
I think that's the second layer of ball pythons. If there ever is an end, with all these genes coming
Right.
out, which I don't know that there ever is going to be, it's
Right.
just line. It's now line breeding, like the
Yeah.
high OD stuff, and like just where you're just popping out insane versions,
Yeah,
of the original base morph.
I
Well,
agree, man.
Yeah, I think that should be the push anytime, right? We're no
Yeah,
longer
right now.
just stacking genes anymore. Like, we're past that point. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen what 6 to 10 gene animals are supposed to look like, I guess, or something. It just
Yeah.
muddies it up,
It
know?
muddies it up too much a lot of times,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, refining now is totally where it's at, and then that includes line bleeding. But yeah, the gold blush stuff, dude, Brian did a really good job with that. Like, I don't know. It would be fun
Finding
to have
an
him on.
exceptional animal and doing it right now. Doing it,
Mm.
And speaking of that, you did have one more animal back there, I believe, that you were going to show off that was involving blackhead.
Oh yeah, it just shed.
Yeah, didn't you just have the?
This is
I
the one
mean,
that
this
bit
is.
me earlier.
Is it okay, dude? This is. I think the like. It's crazy to think that you've already hit something like this early in the season, but this is, dude. This is a really, really, really cool snake.
Nice.
Did you get bit again?
Yes.
Hey, dude, they'll eat. Now you know they'll eat.
So, and it's been confirmed by several people who I respect their opinion very much. Ozzy is a great identifier of genes, and he speaks with great conviction on this animal, that this is the blackhead Mojave Highway who's going to bite me again.
Blackhead Mojave Highway? Or just Blackhead Highway?
Blackhead Mojave Highway.
Oh, dude, I didn't know that was Mojave as well.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wow. Dude, that thing is wicked, man.
It's got the nice purples on it, like almost like it's got hypo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It has that like steel look that they get. You know? Like that
jerk,
blue
man.
steel.
I don't like you, Adam.
Little jerk.
Is it a
I
male or
literally
female?
struck at you.
Ah.
All right, I'm going to put you back.
Is that a male or a boy or a girl? Was it a girl?
It's a girl. The entire clutch was girls except for 2.
No kidding.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Yeah,
See?
so from that
Redeeming.
clutch I held back a female blackhead yellow belly / gravel, a
Right.
female blackhead Mojave yellow belly / gravel, a male blackhead Mojave yellow belly / gravel. That one I just posted on my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
That's that red that just came out of nowhere. And I don't think it's a red gene. I just think they throw red variation sometimes, because now that I've hatched out a couple clutches, I can see it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like that one I showed you earlier that had all the crazy genes. Like that one started off kind of red.
Yes, right.
And so
right.
this one does too, but it looks way different than the blackhead Mojave yellow belly dad. So I'm thinking
Right.
it might be the blackhead Mojave gravel.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I'll hold it back and we'll find out. I'll
Right.
throw it back to a gravel and like
Dude,
a super.
It can be anything you want it to be, right? It's if you're
Right.
not selling it.
Yeah.
Right,
Isn't that
That's
what
my
we
philosophy.
decided?
It could be anything.
It could be anything until if
It's
you're
a
not going to sell
quadhead
it.
until I prove it otherwise. It's a possible quadhead.
Yeah, dude.
Freaking unicorn, man. Back off.
It's a unicorn.
Catalina wine mixer until I say otherwise.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Oh, man. So
Yeah,
did
so-
you get
So that was
any other
another cool
highways?
clutch. What?
Did you get any other highways in the?
Yeah, I got another female highway that I have for sale. I have a blackhead yellow belly / gravel male I'll have for sale. And then there was a female Mojave and a male normal that those will both go to my local pet shop.
Right on. Right on.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I wholesale that stuff off right away. If you get them eating 5 times, they go.
Right.
And then
Let
I
'em
put
rip.
everything else up on Morph Market.
Right.
There it is, man. I like
No
it.
shows. I mean, until shows come back, it's going to be
Yeah,
hard
what
to
can
sell a
you do?
male normal on Morph Market.
Yeah. And then
Shipping's going to be more than the animal.
right. And
Right.
then the feed bill starts racking up after a while, and yeah.
So that was
For sure.
something. There was a conversation like right in the beginning of our stream when we started about ball python prices coming up. They've noticed that the average ball python price they've seen on like Morph Market and stuff like that is coming up, which I feel like is kind of something to maybe segue into really quick. Maybe when do you think like the wheeling and dealing of like negotiations? Do you think there's a price limit as to when you say, hey, would you take $200 off or $100 off? Do you think it's like a percentage based on the base price, or when that animal's $1,000 plus, that's when you start really diving into stuff like that?
Yeah, no, that's a good one. So if you're buying a $200 animal and you're saying, does that include shipping?
Right.
Your shipping could be anywhere from $30 to $70 depending on your proximity to the person you're buying it from.
Right.
So now they're out 130. And if your intention is to breed that animal at some point, what did that heckling or the $70 accomplish? What did you get out of that $70 that you couldn't have made up easily by breeding that animal? And you would. Even if
Right.
you paid the full price, you would easily recoup your money. You would pay the person for their hard work. You would sustain a good relationship to maybe if you wanted to buy animals again from that person because you really like that animal, they're more willing to work with you and give you a price break and say, if I buy two, what would you do? That's a
Right.
different question. If I buy two, is there, what would you do?
Mhm.
Right.
That's
Quantity.
different. That's different than saying, here, $200, does that include shipping? Now, if I'm posting an animal for $6K and you come in at $5,500 and just shoot your shot and that's your offer,
Right.
I don't feel like that's super disrespectful at that high of dollar amount.
Right. Right.
But I do think it's super disrespectful when somebody's posting an animal for $1,000 and you come in at $500.
Yeah.
You're like
okay.
spitting on
okay.
their hard work. You're
Right.
like shooting their in half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. That's tough. There's so many factors involved in that. I just think people need to understand if you're breeding, you're gonna make your money back. Buy the quality animal at the quality price, build that relationship, come back and build a great relationship with somebody else pumping out cool stuff that may be just a little bit ahead of you, so you can help boost yourself. Like, it's a
Right.
win-win. Everybody wins. You're pumping money into the reptile business. You're getting higher quality animals. Everybody's happy. Everyone's excited. You now can maintain a relationship that may flower into something else, that helps you get to the next level. I mean,
Right.
there's just butterfly effect stuff, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But-
Dude, it's real.
I don't know why. It just makes me want to do that.
Yeah, it's good. Well, you look great doing it. So.
Yeah, Adam's good at that, dude. He doesn't really look bad at anything, That's,
Oh,
that's
he just starts laughing, and everyone's like, "Oh,
dang it,
it's
Adam!
fine."
This
You
guy. This
rascal.
guy.
No, I like that though. The that is tough. The disrespectful side of that. There is some merit to that. I can understand that some of these animals are they're crazy expensive, and everybody's budget is different. So like I get wanting to make a deal and like negotiate and work with people. Sometimes you got to realize what you're really asking for. And I heard it over and over. You're talking about like relationships and building trust, and dude, that's a lot of this market. The more people in this industry, in this hobby, I feel like, along with probably most others, the better it is. You get more out of it. The snakes that you really want are the ones that never make it to morph market, and the only way to do that is to be talking with the people and building a relationship with everybody. So that's there's something to that.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, Brian Bode is saying, I've always paid full ask, only over 1K. Do I ask if it includes shipping? I agree. I feel like if a snake, I pretty much ship anything over I think it's like $500 or $200, somewhere $200 or $500. I don't know what it is, for free. But definitely everything over $1,000, I feel like, is like shipping's included in that.
1,000's my threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think 1,000's a good threshold to just kind of assume maybe that it's coming. Hey, everybody's different and they've got their stuff worked out, as long as it's clear. No judgment,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and asking for discounts, I think quantity is a big win, right? You're buying multiple animals. I don't think
discounts.
It's unreasonable to say, hey, is there anything that could be done on overall price, right? And then you're talking for, price of a group of animals. Individual animals, that's up to you, but just always, like Nick's saying, be reasonable. Asking for 50% off, hey man, I know I've never spoken to you before in my life, but can I have 50% off of whatever you're selling? It's just, be reasonable, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think that's the secret to kind of, because, hey, maybe there is always a price that's a little lower than what's the animal's posted at, that the person would let it go. And if you score that, good for you, right? Just approach it in a reasonable way.
I guess my biggest pet peeve with that is when people say, well, that's not what it is. All the other ones are going for this much.
Right.
Well, then go buy those. Why are you even talking to me if those are the price you're looking for?
Right.
But you're not, because this one looks 10 times better than anything else that's on there, and that's why I have it priced this way. Half the time people have it priced like that because they don't want to sell it deep down in their soul. But if somebody offers you that, you got to
they'll take it. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
there's quality.
Yeah,
quality,
and also, hey, you're listing that animal at that price, so that's what you feel it's worth. There's no bureau of ball pythons that we all have to price accordingly. That you know, so it's some standard out there officially.
A hurricane drama,
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Though it may exist.
Right. So don't come to me and say, oh well, 5 other people are selling this exact snake that you have for lower.
Then go buy it.
Yeah.
Why are we talking?
Go talk to them.
Right.
Go buy all of them.
Right.
Yeah, and then resell them. Do what you got to do, dude.
Go buy all of them and repost them for what I'm selling them for. Let's have a game.
Right. Right.
You know, and two, I think it matters, like when you're talking recessive and incomplete dominance and things like that, understanding kind of the genes at play, right? If it's a rare combo that you've never seen before, asking for a discount, probably not going to work out. If it's stuff, though, that you see all over Morph Market and this person is several $100s over what you see everybody else, hey, maybe ask them for what market is, see what the response is. You never know, right?
Right.
But, yeah, it's just, again, man, be sensical in what you're asking. Just don't come at it of, give me something for free. Nobody likes that.
We do have an I want it, that's for sure.
I do provide stickers for free with purchase.
Yeah. Boom. Handouts. I like it.
I feel like
your
everything's worth it now.
Nailed it.
Disregard everything that was just said then, you know? Whammy. Well, we did have a question from our good old northern brother up there. He was wondering, what do you think the biggest learning curve or hardship you've had through building this? And I feel like that's something we kind of talked about, how you kind of got started, not necessarily in the same fashion that you're seeing a lot of social media project right now.
Are you talking about Ketchup Chip? Did he ask that question?
Ketchup Chip, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to answer Casey's question, so sorry.
Gosh, Casey.
So he and I had this big long conversation, and I was just ready to lay into him after a comment he made. And I was just typing away, right? And he goes, I feel like you're about to just rip me a new one. And he sent me that before I could send it. And I started laughing and I couldn't even continue. So like all these videos about investment snakes, everyone's like, I got $100K, I'm about to get in, feet first, I'm all in on this. Well, I didn't have $100K of disposable income, when I was
start out with
23 or 22 or 24, 25, whatever, when I started taking it more serious.
Right.
I got my first snake when I was 10 years old.
Right.
And he was already 6. I still have him. He's 28 years old. His name's Monty Python.
It's crazy,
First
dude.
pet I ever got. I still got him.
Yeah.
So he's responsible for all of this. And so that I had always kept reptiles, and I bred leopard geckos and chameleons and tortoises, and then I kind of worked my way back home, is what I call it, to the first thing I ever got. And so like I did the same mistakes everybody else did. I got a bunch of males and went, crap, I'm at 6.1 right now.
Right.
What the heck am I doing? And so I had to reevaluate. But I bought like single gene females. Like I remember I was tripping out because I bought a Mystic male back in the day for $600.
Right.
And I just couldn't believe I had spent that much money, and I was so scared, and worried about that.
Dude,
and
yeah,
so
that's real.
I was very slow progression over 6 years, where in this last 2 years, has started to really uptick. And so the speed of the climb has slowly increased. So the first 3 years were slow. Like,
right.
I hatched not anything crazy, just a couple clutches, and I'm building, though. I'm building. I'm saving whatever profit. So like the first clutch I ever had, I saved the 2 Mystic females I got out of it, and I sold the other ones for like, $250, or whatever they were worth at that time. But then I used that to buy another female, and just kind of chunked away slowly but surely. Are you going to reach the finish line overnight? No. Are you going to become wealthy overnight? No. And I'm still not anywhere near that. But it's getting a lot more addicting right at this stage where I'm at right now, because of the things that are just happening so quickly. But they're happening quickly because I put 3 years of work in. Like, all these little mistakes. I learned so much about breeding and husbandry, especially husbandry, over 20 years of keeping reptiles.
Right.
Keeping ball python specifically, I've ran the gauntlet from, glass tanks with carpets to vision cages to wooden cages to cohabbing to now freedom breeder racks, or I did DIY racks and now freedom breeder racks, and my 28-year-old snake is eating better than he ever has in his entire life.
Yeah, dude.
Looking healthier than he ever has in his whole life. So I will preach tubs for ball python specifically to the day I die.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
So that's slow build, but now I'm at the point where all these projects that I bought recently, or now that are coming to fruition, where I'm now hatching out like visual pied het clowns and vice versa, and I'll have all this double het clown pied stuff and all this super blackhead stuff. Like, these were all moves I did 2-3 years ago. This wasn't, like, these are things that I was patient on, and I just went and bought this cool female that I really liked. She already had some size on her, and she was a blackhead lemon blast.
Right.
I didn't know I'd be producing supers, and that later down the road I'd pick up, a blackhead Mojave yellow belly from Brizzy, and all this would be happening, and I would then sell a snake to Ozzy. These were just slow, calculated moves that I did over time.
Right.
And so all these projects that I have now have been funded by my little tiny
initial investment,
mystic to a normal. Like, that's where it came from.
Right.
And so be patient is my message. It's a slow process, but if you enjoy animals, you're going to love every bit of it. And once you get there, it's just going to blow your mind, and you're going to have so much great knowledge on how to take care of these super expensive animals.
Yeah.
That people might be hitting you up asking what to do in certain situations because they can't get their $10,000 snake to breed any of their females.
Yeah.
What do you know? What tricks do you have?
Right.
And I've even shared a trick that I've used with Joel that I thought was pretty common knowledge, and I found out it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I even have like people like, Free to Breeder or whatever going, wow, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And
what was that trick?
So people like, no problem, I'll help. No, people like say, oh, put him in with another male, how to get your male riled up, or maybe like put another female that he likes in there, and like even when that stuff doesn't work. So what I did was I just throughout the season saved sheds, male and female, and I put them in a plastic tub, and it's like one of the dishes that has air holes all in it for a snake or an animal to be in it, but it's clear, and I'll put that in the tub with the two snakes that I want to breed. They won't breed. So now I've put not only other female smells in there that could potentially get them going, but I put other male smells in there that could potentially get them riled up. And the same thing applies to the female.
You just throw the male, female sheds all in one little container.
One of them's bound to hit. Yeah, one of them's bound to hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they get old after a while and lose their smell, and you throw them away and you save some more sheds. They're always shedding.
Right.
They're not baby sheds. They're not baby sheds. They've got to be adults because I feel like they may put off some sort of different pheromone or testosterone or whatever,
Yeah. Interesting. I like that idea. That's cool.
But it's something simple and easy that I thought I've heard other people do one shed. I thought, I'm sure they do a bunch.
Why not have more? Right.
But everyone's like, why didn't I just add more?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've thrown in a male shed into another breeding pairs to try and get them going. And
what if he doesn't care about that male?
That is a good point.
Right? So shoot, throw like 4 in there. Care about one of them.
It's the shotgun approach, dude.
Right.
I like it, dude.
Right.
Yeah, dude, I like it. Why not shoot a bunch of BBs, not just one bullet? I like
shoot
it.
A shot, man.
Yeah, dude, it's good, dude. I like it. Mix it all in there. No, and it is cool. I tried it last year. Seemed to be effective. I can't say for sure what other tricks or whatever is working, but I like it. I have the bag full of sheds. Treats me well. So, there you have it.
Yep.
Yeah, Brian was saying he used one male adult shed and it works, but he likes the idea. Yeah, see? Mm-hmm. There you go. See, learn something new every day, right?
And that's why you tune into Reptiles Unplugged every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on YouTube. Thanks,
dude. We're running out of money, dude. You can't keep plugging us like that, dude.
Yeah. Contract only states 2 at most paid advertisements.
Yeah,
so any more after that.
I'm about to run a Jack Daniels ad next. What?
Yeah.
How's your back holding up?
Good. Did a little stretching and laid flat on the hardwood, for a good hour before this. So I knew I could sit at least an hour and a half.
Right. Yeah, there you go, dude. That's
there
you
you
know
go.
what? Thanks for the commitment. We appreciate that. Actually, we expected it, but we do appreciate it.
I will not be attempting to stand up while on camera.
No jumping jacks tonight for us?
Oh no.
Okay, well,
Ew.
bummer, I guess, but
Yeah.
I think that's what the
Yeah.
people want. But it's whatever. Keep us all in the dark, I guess. But anyways, no, but seriously, man, dude, obviously, thanks for having us on, or thank you for coming on here with us. We're hitting that hour mark. We're trying to be, a little more aware of people's time right now, but I just wanted to maybe open up to chat, see if there's anything left going on that maybe somebody wants to reach out and ask you. I know that there's probably somebody out there that will give you some kind of nonsense.
Oh yeah,
question.
let's get it. Let's get it. I deserve it, man. I deserve
You
it.
do,
Lay it
dude.
on.
You've been
on.
running in that chat that whole time, slamming people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, this is the
I hope
moment.
now that when people were reading my comments, and now they can hear my tone, and that I was smiling the whole time.
Right.
But I'm
right.
not serious. I'm just really a sarcastic kind of. Yeah, so,
Well,
sorry.
That's what you try. That's what you try to tell us. You know what I
Sorry.
mean?
No, I mean every bit of it. 100%.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I
Like
just
you're
want a softer
honest.
delivery. An iron fist with a velvet glove type of deal.
No, I get it. All right. I like it.
That's your
I
pimp
like
slap? Is that
it. Yeah.
I keep it strong. Keep
dude.
it strong.
Dust
All
or
right,
no
fair
dust?
enough, dude. Somebody has to. Do you, John in here? John Feely's asking the GHI clown. Where do you see the entirety of that project going? I know JKR just posted a pretty cool snake today that involved GHI and clown, and I know you've obviously hatched out some cool stuff with GHI. I think this has a lot of legs left in it. That combo.
Remember earlier when I said you see a 2-gene combo and get excited?
Mm-hmm.
So the first time I saw a pinstripe clown, it was like $450
Right.
at like a Tinley or something. This was like
Yeah.
a year or two ago, and I was like,
yeah.
"That thing is sick.
I
It's
love
like a
them,
freaking
dude.
tiger. It's orange and it's got big stripes. It's $450, dude. That's
Yeah.
crazy." And I
Yeah.
remember I can't remember who I was with, but I turned like, "Why? Why is that so cheap? It's almost
Right.
like a little bit more than just a clown.
Right.
Like I don't get it." And then I went over and I saw like a GHI Mojave het clown at the time, and it was $1,500. And I was like, I don't get it.
Where's the
Like,
discrepancy here?
Where's
Yeah.
the disconnect? And so I knew then I wanted to work with it. What I ended up picking up was a GHI Mojave pinstripe het clown from Graham Hennegref. I can't remember how to say it. Hetty's Herps.
Yeah. Okay.
So I picked it up from him. And that's the male that's fathered all those GHI pinstripe clowns. And I love every bit of it. I love that base. That GHI pinstripe clown is just an orange, cool, freckled, muddy, striped. Like there's little black dots on the tip of all the scales, and it's just a neon orange head. And
Yeah.
I just think you could do so much with that.
Yeah, dude, yeah, and I'm liking what I'm seeing more and more out of the GHI combos. I mean, the Mojave GHI clowns.
Females.
Right. Here you go, dude. This is the year, though, right? This is the year you get all your females. You just did it in reverse. You got your
Correct.
males first, now you're getting your females.
Just like I started this whole thing.
Dude, keeping true. Be you, dude.
Right.
Don't be afraid to
Right.
be you.
The day I die, keeping it real.
The other question is will you just try ketchup chips?
No. I did. I tried one. They were horrible. If you say try them again, it might be different. It won't. Ketchup chips. I believe what I said to Will was ketchup chips are the equivalent of Mountain Dew in America. It's for the Canadian trailer park.
Yeah.
Ketchup chips is where that is.
Wait, you don't like Mountain Dew either?
No, I love Mountain Dew. But
Well, he didn't
it
say
is
he
like
wasn't
the
from
national
the
drink of trailer parks here in the United States.
Right. Dude, Baja Blast, Taco Bell, dude. There
That's
it is.
horrible.
Yeah.
Way too much sugar. I can't even
Baja
drink
Blast
three
is
sips of
actually horrible. That
It's
is
bad.
That's really bad.
It's bad. It's liquid diabetes. Why are we talking about Taco Bell? All right. Fight or fly?
That was asked earlier, actually.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I feel I want a lightning round. I feel like
Like,
We could.
The
We,
OG.
I was.
You
I
have
was.
that,
I was
yeah.
ill prepared. But I
Yeah.
have some questions that we could go
Yeah.
go with. Lighting. Yeah, we'll bring back a little lighting round.
Let's do it.
What's your favorite candy?
Dark chocolate Reese's in the freezer.
Oh,
Damn,
dude.
so
Minis.
Specific.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Okay.
because of the crunch per
Mhm.
peanut butter is the ratio is perfect.
Well, and I live in Sacramento where we have winter and fire season, and so having those nice cold little things to
Ugh.
pop in your mouth, it's great.
Yeah, the winter and fire season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather vacation in Hawaii or Alaska?
I've already been to Hawaii, and there's not enough reptiles for me. But I don't think there's very many reptiles in Alaska either. But there's some bigger animals that I'm pretty
Yeah.
fond of. I wouldn't. That's hard. I obviously want to go
Yeah.
see polar bears and whatever else. But the ocean just has so much variety at your fingertips.
Right.
And I haven't wrestled a shark yet, so that's still on my to-do list. So I'd have to stay with Hawaii
Okay.
because there's still untapped things that I need to do.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do, right? Okay. Okay. So, what's one of your biggest pet peeves? Something that annoys you the most?
And if you say my beard, we're over.
When somebody asks you, why aren't you charging this much because everybody else is?
Okay. Well, there
No,
you
I
have it.
think a weird one is people who say irregardless. And people that chew with their mouth open.
Irregardless. Yeah. Okay. Those are some very specific ones. Yeah. Okay.
The OCD,
I
I
hate
told
when
you, I make
people
lists.
use the word
make lists.
"the" instead of "the." Okay. Yeah. Got it. Got it. So if you could,
Regardless, though, Joel. Sorry. please.
irregardless. Next question. So if you could,
Hey, can we mute Adam? Like, who has the wrench right now?
No, dude, we
Somebody
can't.
mute Bum.
Yeah, dude. I haven't figured that one out yet. So, last but not least, button fly or zipper.
Oh God, zipper for sure. Who's got time for
Dude,
button?
yeah,
Jesus
there
Christ,
it
I got
is.
bills.
There it is. Here we go. Oh yeah, I got bills. You know what? Maybe you need to slow down and enjoy your life a little bit. Okay.
Nah.
Maybe that
Paper
button would
chasing
do
till my
that for
thighs
you.
burn.
Yeah, dude. Dude, thank you for that. We did have a question sneak in from our guy Reggie. He was asking about triple recessive projects are you working on? Got any of that?
Yes, I just had the girl ovulate the hypo black pastel Mojave to a clown pied.
There you go. Whammy.
So black pastel Mojave triple head hypo clown pied. I'm excited as heck for those. Like I feel like this year is just like holdback season for me. Operation holdback. Like I've already held back a clown head pied female, 3 pied head clown females, all this blackhead stuff, you know, and now I have like Batman stuff, lesser Batman stuff this year coming out and other you know Batman combos, and I'm just all this stuff that I thought of that was cool 3 years ago is happening now. So
yeah, dude, I like it. I like it.
Love it. Exciting times.
Yeah, heck
awesome.
yeah, dude.
Really awesome.
Clown Pie stuff, big fan of that. Elegant Anomaly is here to let you know that he doesn't care what anybody says about you. You're a good dude, irregardless. You set yourself up. I don't know why you did something so simple that now the whole chat can ruin you with.
It's all right. That was my like second least favorite word. I didn't even tell you the real.
There we go. There we go. Wise,
Start with an
wise
M?
move.
No, it's Joel.
Oh.
I hate that word.
There it is. There it is. Well, you'll keep hearing that word. Okay, how about that?
I hope so. I hope you get sunset pies and I get sick of hearing about it by the end of the year.
I hope so too, dude. I hope you hate it.
I hope I hate it so much I have one.
Yeah, there we go.
I hope that's the first sunset I get.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. There you go. All right, well, dude, obviously, thank you so much for jumping in, man.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, Adam, what do you got? What do you got? You got anything?
Come on, Adam.
Closing
Emotions.
remarks.
Closing remarks.
Regardless of everything we've spoken about tonight, Nick is fantastic. Yeah,
you.
buddy. Joel.
Woo.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, a good time as always, Nick. I can't wait to see you at the next show where we get to hang out face to face, man. It's
Yes,
going to
sir.
be good times for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
And thank you, chat, for being here.
Yeah,
keeping
dude,
it
chat,
real.
killing it as
Killing it.
usual. There's our chat from the chat feature. You know, got Renowned
Yeah.
Reptiles on
Shout
here.
out to the chat.
How,
We're the real reason. We're the real reason.
Absolutely. It would just be lame if it was Adam and I in here. So,
Oh, God. Nobody wants that.
yeah. So how can anybody reach you real quick?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram at Renowned Reptiles, on Facebook at Renowned Reptiles, on YouTube at Renowned Reptiles. I try to be consistent. I'm also on Morph Market at Renowned Reptiles.
Yep.
Happy to answer any questions you have and help you out.
Yeah, there we go. All right, dude. Well, thank you so much. Chat, as usual, thank you all so much for tuning
Thank
in.
you.
And
guys.
next Wednesday, we'll recap this. Maybe Nick will be in chat. We can get some fun there, too. But all right, guys. We'll see everybody a little later.
Thanks, guys. See ya.